Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 12 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 12 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. If you've seen this before and you know it works, then you can just skip straight forward to the tasting. Otherwise, the way this works is I have over 150 samples in my sample collection and my wife has picked 24 at random. She'll put one a day into a blue Glencairn glass and I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. Should we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. If you'd like to play along with me and find out what's in my glass when I do, then just keep watching. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Okay, so this is a little bit fruity. Seems quite fresh on the nose. Getting a hint of cut grass. Instantly reminds me of a Swedish whiskey. Not overly high ABV on the nose either. A little bit malted barley. A little bit of white sugar. Struggling to get any more though. Let's move on to the palate. Okay, so my initial impression that this could potentially be a Swedish whiskey. Yeah, definitely not getting that now. I am getting lots and lots of soaked dark fruits like raisins, sultanas, that sort of thing. Really is reminding me of like Christmas and mince pies and that sort of thing. It's yeah, nice and fruity. ABV wise, I don't think it's very high, anywhere between sort of 40 and 46 at this stage. But I do think obviously it is a sherried whiskey. Let's have another sip. Interestingly, it's starting to remind me of an English whiskey from the Cotswolds. It's that sort of style that I'm picking up from the spirit in the background, but that fruitiness is really quite dominant. I'm struggling to find much spirit character, but I'm getting vague memories of Cotswolds. It is that sort of vibe. Potentially, yeah, it is a youngish whiskey, so it might be non-age statement, under sort of 8 years maybe. But it's, yeah, it really is nice and fruity. I think it's got a nice amount of sweetness. I think the fruits and that sort of flavour is well integrated into the spirit. Let's have one more sip. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult to nail this down because the last sip I just took, not getting those Cotswold English whiskey vibes anymore. I think it is potentially a non-age statement whiskey. I think it is potentially a Scotch whiskey, but it could be from potentially anywhere in the world. I think it is well done. I think it is under 46% ABV. And yeah, I do think there is some sort of sherry or wine maturation in there, because those fruits are really well integrated and they are really tasty. They're sweet and not too sweet. Yeah. Let's say it's a Scotch whiskey. No. Let's say it's from somewhere in Europe, not Scotch, because I think there's something in there that's telling me that it isn't Scotch whiskey. But yeah, it's not a Scotch whiskey, but it is from Europe and possibly England. So it could be from the United Kingdom, but also somewhere else in Europe. Obviously I'm rabbited on, but I don't think it's Scotch. Should we find out what's in my glass? Right, so this is where I get it completely wrong, and it's a GlenDronach 15. It's 46% ABV, and it was sent to me by Dom's Whisky. So thanks, Dom. I love a challenge. Obviously, GlenDronach 15, I think I was sent this a while back. I've since owned a bottle of GlenDronach 15. I think that's why I didn't open the sample, because I ended up getting a bottle of GlenDronach shortly after receiving the sample. Obviously the fruit's well integrated. It is obviously 15 years old, but I think this is from the old stock, so it's potentially much older than that as well. So I wonder if that's why I sort of questioned it. Maybe because it's been in the cask a little bit longer or too long. I don't know, but yeah, obviously it was a Scotch. I hedged my bets on it not being a Scotch and got it completely wrong. And I said it was probably non-age statement, so it was probably under 8 years old. And it's obviously well over that, at least double, knowing GlenDronach of the past. So, yeah. It shows that even whiskies that you're reasonably familiar with, that you've even owned a bottle of, that you can get completely wrong. And that's why I do this, to try and test my knowledge and see if I can pick out things that are familiar. Obviously I couldn't this time, and it's all part of the learning process, and hopefully it gets stored up here for next time. Hopefully you'll come back again for day 13 tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Stauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.